But you know what? I got to give Lyft credit on this one and only credit that they deserve as an app. I love their scheduled rides. I
Yeah.
love Lyft's scheduled rides. Nothing like Uber's. Uber's trying garbage. Lyft's is so much superior to Uber's. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I've never had a cancellation. A lot of people go to LAX, they put that schedule right in, boom, it puts me at 5:30 a.m. at LAX, no traffic,
How do you
30.
get the schedule right, Sergio? Are you sort of constantly refreshing the
Yeah, just scroll,
tab?
TikTok style.
Yeah.
Just swipe, swipe, swipe. Oh, look at this guy. This going to
But I
LAX
mean,
at
like how, like literally tactically, like how often are you doing it? How
every
many
time,
times a
every
day?
time I'm driving, like tomorrow morning, exact. I
Mm.
already have my ride picked up at
Well,
5:14.
well, that's what I'm
So
saying. So when did you get it? How did you get it? So you've got a ride to start the
I
day
got it
tomorrow
like
at
at 9
5:14.
a.m. today.
9 a.m. today. So
Yep.
you wake up, you log on to Lyft, or you pop open the Lyft app and
Yep.
check it what, once or twice every morning, or you check in like
No, I
10
don't check it.
times
Usually the day before. I usually do it the day
day
before because a
before.
lot of people schedule their rides if they're going to LAX the day before.
Mm,
And I put it in my, on the right side of the scheduled ride. I mean, people know if they know the Lyft app. You just reserve that ride for yourself. Very rarely they will get canceled.
yeah.
If they
Because I think
cancel, they
there's a
cancel.
fee to cancel it too, I want to
They
say, on
got
the
rid
Lyft
of that. They
passenger
got
side.
rid
Oh,
of that.
okay.
Yeah. So, but to me, if I had done 100 of them, 96 maybe happened, and it puts me right
Yeah.
at Santa Monica at 6 o'clock. LAX is not busy. I take my cup of coffee, go up to Santa Monica, 3-4 mile ride, and 6:37 Uber surge will start, and then here we go, and then we'll
Yeah.
do our thing, and then hit the Uber surge, and then go home. That's it.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do tomorrow. In fact, I'm having lunch with WeZoom tomorrow. So WeZoom, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll show you my earnings. We'll compare our earnings tomorrow. How about that?
Rideshare King says, sorry, but I don't like Lyft except their scheduled rides. So it seems like
Yes.
that's a recurring theme. Not a lot of people like Lyft except for the scheduled rides. So
So you know what? Let's ask
Lyft
Harry a
has some
question.
work to do.
How do you think Lyft is still
One
surviving,
thing you
Harry?
got right.
How do I think Lyft is still surviving?
With it
I
being a
think
big pony?
Yeah, I mean, I think that theoretically, right, you would expect, like, hey, if Uber's busier and they can pay drivers more and it's a better experience for passengers over time, that like more and more people would gravitate towards Uber and Lyft would eventually go to zero. But that really hasn't happened. I think for one, because they were sort of propped up by investor money for a long time, and so they're able to subsidize and sort of make
Mm-hmm.
up for that deficit. But I do think that, like, I think what's sort of happening now is, though, even though Lyft, their wait times are up,
Mm-hmm.
the pay, like drivers aren't as busy with Lyft, they don't make as much money with Lyft. I saw some interesting charts that we'll probably share soon around this, but really, like, kind of what it boils down to is a lot of people, like, for drivers it's easy to sign up for Uber, it's also easy to sign up for Lyft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like, you can go use our friends at a rideshare mechanic and it's like 20-30 bucks for an Uber inspection, and it's like $5 more to do a Lyft inspection. You know what I mean? It's like
Yep.
very easy to add Lyft on. So think about all these drivers that are driving for Uber, and then you read my book, and like one of the top things I say is, like, make sure you're working for both Uber and Lyft. You never
At
know, you
least.
could get deactivated by Uber. And even though it might be busy in LA, like Sergio, you just said, right? You had a time where you flipped on the Uber app, you went 70 minutes without a ride. At
Yep.
what point, 5, 10, 20 minutes in, you're like, might as well turn the Lyft app on while I'm just sitting here, right? It's like not that hard. If, even if Uber is super busy, there are
Yeah.
times where it's going to be slow, no matter what city you're in. You pop on the Lyft app, and the same thing on the customer side, right? Like
Yep.
most people might default to Uber, but it's like, hey, let me check and see what Lyft is at right now. Like if the ride is 40 bucks on Uber, maybe it's cheaper on Lyft. And a lot of times those differences are pretty huge for no rhyme or reason.
Yep.
I heard this interview with a former Uber exec the other day, and he had a theory that actually Lyft underestimates the ETAs because they know they sort of have like a shittier network, right? So it's like they know if you call a ride on Lyft, it'll take longer, so they underestimate it by 3 minutes. So if you're a passenger, you
Yep.
call a Lyft ride, it's like, hey, I'm 12 minutes away. It's actually 15 minutes away, but it's hard once you're
Mhm.
8 minutes into the ride, you
Yep.
literally can't cancel, or you get hit with a $5 fee. So I think that, like, and then just people are loyal to Lyft. Maybe they had a good experience with Lyft or they had a bad experience with Uber and they switched over. So, one thing I hear from drivers a lot is like, oh man, Uber took 80% on this ride or 60%, or I had a bad customer experience on Uber. I'm going to go drive for Lyft. And I'm like, dude,
Mm,
Lyft is the same company. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you
Yeah.
can do that, right? But I do think like one experience can turn people off of Uber, and maybe they just got a little unlucky and now they go, they default to Lyft now. So I think that's why they're around. They're not catching up to Uber anytime soon, but I think they'll be like a good secondary option going forward. I don't see any reason why they disappear in the future.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. I
Yeah.
think,
Even
I
even
mean,
for
that's pretty
me.
fair.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.